Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another attachment pack update. I know it wasn't too long ago that we just showed off the minigun and the Gatling laser, but we're already back with a brand new completed weapon in the attachment pack. And I have to say, first of all, huge props to Pig for making a lot of this happen. He decided to do a lot of these assets on his own, and so I was pretty pleased to see that it was almost complete by the time I got back to working on it. So we have another new energy weapon, and that is the laser musket. That's right. The Minutemen's go-to weapon now has some brand new attachments as featured in the attachment pack, allowing for some new customization options that just weren't available in the vanilla game. This is going to make use of a lot of the stuff that we already had for the vanilla laser rifle in the attachment pack, and that's because a lot of the parts are already transferable in the vanilla game, and that really applies to muzzles. We did make some custom barrels as well as custom stocks and a custom scope, so you should be able to have some really cool combinations and new ways to play with this weapon. Now, at its core, it's still going to function like the laser musket. You're going to crank it and it's going to fire a single laser, but the question is what kind of different effects you can apply with the different barrels and muzzle attachments and other utility options you can get out of the stocks that we've added. Now, since we're only showcasing one weapon today, there's not a ton to show off, just the attachments that we've added, which we'll go ahead and show off here in just a second. But after that, I do have a fun little testing section featuring a brand new mod that just released on the Nexus, so stay tuned for that as well. Now, first things first, let's check out the laser musket over at the weapons workbench to see all of the new attachments that have been added with the attachment pack. As far as capacitors are concerned, there is nothing new here, just standard up through the 6 crank and of course the full auto version that you can unlock in the Minutemen quest line. There wasn't really much that we could add here other than more crank options, and I feel that isn't necessary and it might break a little bit of the balancing of this weapon. We have added other ways though to increase the damage via some of the other attachments included. So when it comes to barrels, we do have a fun group of options here. The short, extended, and bracketed short barrels are all vanilla, as are the long, extended long, and bracketed long barrels. But we also have the newly added sniper barrel, which does make use of the vanilla laser super barrel, as well as a bracketed version of this barrel so you can throw on muzzle attachments. We also have the Watts barrel, which was a nice little NIF bash created by Pig using my Watts laser from the laser rifle, combined with, of course, some laser musket parts. And I have to say, this actually looks pretty cool. I didn't think that you'd be able to combine these two assets together, but this looks pretty neat. And of course, there is also a bracketed version of this barrel, so you can combine the Watts laser barrel with different muzzle attachments, a feature that actually isn't present on the regular laser rifle in the attachment pack, making the laser musket actually have the upper hand in regards to this specific barrel, something that's pretty interesting and not really a feature in the vanilla game. The laser musket is honestly pretty crap in the vanilla game. Additionally, we also have the gamma barrel and the bracketed gamma barrel, both created by Pig, using the gamma barrel that he made for the laser rifle as well. And this is pretty cool, offers some really high damage and some added radiation damage. Then for the stocks, we have some of my creations. The short and full stock obviously come from vanilla, but now we also have the comfort stock, which does make use of the radium rifle parts as they look a lot more ergonomic in my opinion. I also added a nice little wrap here for that scrappy feel, and it also hopes to maybe add a little bit of comfort to it. I don't know, it's just for aesthetic. We also have the recoil compensating stock taken from the radium rifle as well, which I think fits super well on this weapon. The colors are perfect, it looks nice and scrappy. This looks like something that actually belongs on this weapon. And finally, a crazy NIF bash, the heavy stock, which is made out of some of the laser rifle stock parts, and I think they work pretty well here. It's a bit interesting and a bit odd, but I think it definitely fits the scrappy vibe, making use of already existing parts to make a brand new stock. Now, as far as scopes are concerned, there's only one new addition, and it's one that you will recognize, and that is the enhanced targeting scope that we made for the laser rifle. I have adapted the mount to fit onto the laser musket, and I have to say, I really like the aesthetic that this thing brings to the weapon. It's really cool and has a major sci-fi vibe that I just love. Now, there is one more section, and that is muzzles, but in order to see those, we're going to need to attach a bracketed barrel. So let's just grab the standard bracketed barrel to showcase that. The new muzzles included are going to be the arc converter, which will allow you to throw out that red arc lightning bolt that we had in the laser rifle as well. This thing is pretty interesting for the laser musket, I think, having a very makeshift vibe. We also have the Magnetron, except this time it has a different mesh created by Pig that is made out of some NIF bash Protectron parts, which I think is very fitting for the laser musket. It has a Protectron hand as the source of our laser, and I think that's pretty cool. We also have the Unstable Magnetron, which is another little nif-bash asset by Pig, which is going to make use of the Assaultron head laser for the Magnetron. Similar to what we did for the laser rifle, but this one has been tweaked a little bit for this design. We also have the Tri-Beam Splitter, which is going to function just like a regular splitter, except of course, it's going to have 3 projectiles instead of however many are in the vanilla game. I don't actually know what number that is. And that's it for muzzles, but these are a lot of fun and can be used in combination with all the different barrels to make for some interesting and unique effects and gameplay styles. Now then, thanks to Pig's suggestion, I want to try something new that we may make a staple of future attachment pack updates. We're actually going to test out the effectiveness of this weapon, and we're going to do it with the help of a brand new mod that just dropped on the Nexus, and that is the Mercenary Oil Rig Settlement by Michelle Caitlin. This is going to add a new area for us to clear out, and why not check out the laser musket and see how it performs and use it to clear out this new area. So this is going to take us to a newly added oil rig with tons of enemies to defeat, and to get there we're going to use this vertibird right over at the Boston airport. Let's see how this goes. I actually haven't started this mod up yet, so this should be interesting. Okay, they're shooting us immediately. Oh my god, that was fast. I do have some more stuff to say about the laser musket, but first we need to get situated. Oh my god. There's a sentry bot up there. Okay. This is supposed to be reminiscent of the Metal Gear Solid 5 oil rigs that you can encounter. But we can actually turn it into a settlement. This guy's just trying to give us a hit and run. Okay. This is really hard right off the bat. Maybe the laser musket wasn't the best weapon for this, and I didn't bring anything else, despite what Pig told me to do. Luckily we have... Oh my god, the vertibird. The vertibird doesn't care about physics. That's crazy. Okay, that sentry bot's gonna be the hardest part about this. Jesus, man. Okay, I think that's most of the... Look at this bird. Oh my god, they're shooting me through this. This is not very good cover. The sentry bot just doesn't care about anything. I think some of these other laser muskets I have do more damage. There goes the vertibird again. Oh, that's really funny. Quick note about the oil rig. This is actually the author's first mod, and I have to say it's pretty cool that they added a brand new location full of tons of enemies for their very first mod. That's definitely quite a triumph. There goes the vertibird. I can't really say much more about it because, again, I haven't checked it out yet. But it looks very promising if we can get past this stupid sentry bot. Jesus. Again, I don't think the musket was the perfect weapon to bring into this, but whatever. We're going to make it work. Try as we might. The sentry bot will go down eventually. Sadly, none of the attachments we added are going to change the way that... There goes the vertibird. Are going to change the way the musket functions. You still got to crank the hell out of this thing. But with some of the variants, you can get quite a lot of damage, making the cranks very much worth it. Ugh. Thank God for Immortal Mode. I didn't know how difficult this was going to be. So I wanted to make sure we could actually do it. There goes the vertibird. Maybe we can take out the pilot. I wasn't expecting a vertibird, to be honest. I figured it would just be the mercenaries and the occasional robot. Alright, let's pull out our sniper again. Okay, we have a little bit of breathing room. Maybe we can take out the pilot? There's no pilot. Great. We're just gonna have to deal with that for a little while. Anyway, so as far as the musket is concerned, I brought 3 different variants. This one here, which is a nice little sniper with the Watts barrel and a scope. It definitely works for shooting targets at range, and it maintains some really, really good accuracy. As we can see, it pops off headshots like it's nobody's business. I also brought this version here with a short barrel and the tri-beam. This actually pumps out quite a bit of damage and maintains some decent accuracy at range. Especially considering that it has 3 projectiles, you're bound to hit one of them. But the third, I don't know how to count. The third option we brought today is going to be this one here with the arc converter muzzle. It did originally have the sniper barrel, but it was just so inaccurate that it was really, really difficult to use at range. This thing pretty much has to be point blank to hit anything. Like this helicopter, the vertibird. You know what I'm saying. Okay. I think that the arc converter is not going to help us much here until we get closer. So let's move to something a bit more effective. Interestingly enough, we use the short barrel shotgun for range. We may need to rebalance some of the attachments, but for the most part, they're all functional and they look really cool. I think they add a lot of life to the laser musket. Oh my god. There's so many missiles. There's so many missiles. This is way harder than anything in Metal Gear Solid. What are you talking about? Okay, that's one guy down. We're just going to have to take this piece by piece. We can't really stealth it from this point. Okay, there's a lot of missiles. Oh my god, there's so many guys, and they all know where we're at. Oh my god, they broke everything. They hurt all of my limbs. Immediately. Okay. Oh, great. We have the arc converter. This thing does a lot of damage, though. If it can hit. When it hits, it hurts him. This is ridiculous. I don't know how you're supposed to beat this. Well, you're probably supposed to bring usable weapons, and I brought a laser musket. Look at that. There's another sentry bot over there. This is crazy. Okay. We're making progress. Slowly but surely. They're shooting missiles from all the way over there. That's power armor. Surely. Ow. This is crazy. Okay, you're next. I missed. That's great. Excuse me. Hi, hello. I missed. Again. Okay. Breathing room. Yeah, so if you're looking for a really difficult challenge, because the regular areas in the game just aren't cutting it for you, this is definitely one I'd recommend checking out. This is pretty cool. Oh, that did a lot of damage to the vertebrate. If we can get him on another pass with this thing. Oh, boy. Mercenary Sergeant has a Gauss rifle. It seems that the arc converter doesn't have a ton of range. We may need to fix that. Yeah, keep flying through the wall. The only issue I see so far is that the vertebrate really doesn't know where it's going, but it's still a nice touch. Shit. Ow. Mercenary sniper? Yeah, you sniped me. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, here comes the vertebrate for another pass. Let's take this thing out. I think we can kill it right now. There we go. Another shot might do it. Another one? Come here. Really? Wait, don't leave. Don't leave. No! We almost got you. Oh, man. It'll come back. Surely. There it is. Okay, vertebrate's taken care of. Now we just have to deal with everything else on the oil rig. Something appears to have glitched audio. I think it's the vertebrate. That's a problem. Oh, oil rig platform 2. This place has multiple locations. Hold on, what does the map look like? Oh, it's a little bugged because I have a custom map on. Fun. Yeah, there's oil rig platform 2. Crazy. This place is huge. Okay, there's more stuff over there that we just can't see yet. Oh my god. This is insane. I don't think we can beat this with a laser musket. What's happening? So yeah, that covers the new additions to the laser musket. I hope you guys enjoyed this abstract video, and I hope you liked the little look at the mercenary oil rig. Once you complete this area, there is a huge expansive settlement that you can take over. Once you kill all the enemies, it is yours to craft on. You can bring settlers here, and there's even a tucked away little player home that you can access as well that adds a new interior cell for you to customize. So that's pretty dang cool. Wonderful work by Michelle Caitlin. Sadly, we couldn't take over the whole thing on camera. The laser musket just was not cutting it for damage potential, but I'll definitely be revisiting this one for a full breakdown. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, if you did, don't forget to drop a rating. It really helps out the channel. Consider subscribing if you haven't already for more videos just like this. We do a lot of mod reviews as well as making our own mods here, so there's some cool stuff to check out if you're new to the channel. As always, a big shout out to all of my patrons and a very special thank you to Avian4, Captain Chaos, Glasma, Helljumper, Indecisive Wolf, Cushy, Logan Rigmaiden, Microhan, Moonlit Gamer, Feed, Scott, Steven, Timmy76, YouthRC, and Voider for joining that Tier 3 Patreon membership. If you'd like to support the channel over on Patreon, you can do so using the link down in the description, but it is completely optional. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Peace!